the Sinaloa Cartel, a very powerful drug trafficking group. It's one of the criminal groups, apart from Chinese triads, that has the greatest global reach.
On Bali's sun-soaked beaches, a new danger is taking shape. Cartels from Mexico, Russia and China are muscling in, turning the holiday island into a major hub for global drug trafficking. These newcomers are ruthless. Sinaloa, Jalisco and China's 14K are all vying for a foothold driven by enormous profits to be made in nearby Australia and New Zealand.
Indonesia is of enormous interest to drug trafficking groups because it's obviously a very large archipelago that sticks close into the ocean to Australia and New Zealand, are some of the most desired drug markets in the world. This is where markups for drugs become the highest.
Get out of the vehicle. Okay. Get out of it. Get out. Go.
Australians are being ensnared in Indonesia's drug war, including accused drug trafficker Gregor Haas, the father of NRL player Payne Haas. Haas is being held in the Philippines, where he was arrested for allegedly smuggling 5 kilograms of meth from Mexico to Jakarta. Haas is linked by authorities to the Sinaloa cartel, though he denies all charges and is awaiting trial. For several years, the Sinaloa cartel, notorious for violence and decades of dominance in Mexico, has been building a foothold in Southeast Asia to control methamphetamine and cocaine flowing into Australia and New Zealand. But Vander explains they're not alone in Bali.
Mexicans are not the only non-regional actors there. Russian and Ukrainian criminal groups have long been present there and actually are cooperating there. The Sinaloa cartel has been trying to build up operations in Asia, including because they are now competing with the Chinese drug trafficking networks in bringing methamphetamine into Australia and New Zealand. And it's a tricky situation for Sinaloa because on the one hand, they need various Chinese trafficking networks to get precursors for meth production and for fentanyl production in Mexico. But at the same time, they are competing with large Chinese criminal groups in supplying meth into the most desired markets, Australia and New Zealand.
Bali police warn the consequences of this new landscape are already being felt. BNN Bali's senior commander says cartels are exploiting the influx of foreign visitors, fulfilling specific orders for drugs. Just last month, a Ukrainian woman and 2 British men were arrested, suspected as cogs in these international cartel operations.
With the many tourists coming here, negative influences from outside will also come in. This includes drugs. They come to Bali for entertainment, to have fun, to enjoy themselves. One way they seek to have fun is by using drugs. So the more tourists come to Bali, the higher the risk of drug-related issues, especially if monitoring and law enforcement are low.
The drugs themselves are also deadly. Methamphetamine is emerging as the most dangerous threat, particularly potent Mexican meth that has caused severe harm overseas.
The drugs that we are seeing so far being smuggled through Indonesia are cocaine and methamphetamine. Of the two, methamphetamine is the bigger danger, including because the Mexican meth is become highly potent. It's causing great levels of lethality.
Indonesian authorities are trying to keep pace, but the cartels are sophisticated and elusive. They're leveraging encrypted platforms like Telegram for communication and untraceable cryptocurrencies for payment.
All of which allow them to use anonymous, decentralized financial transactions, making it very hard for law enforcement to track.
Experts warn the scale and sophistication of international cartels mean law enforcement is only scratching the surface of a rapidly evolving drug trade, and the impact extends far beyond Bali, putting foreign tourists, young Australians and the wider region at risk as the shadow of organised crime continues to spread.